What's up, everyone? Good Friday to you. Sorry it's been a minute. It's been a wild week. Haven't had a chance to get into the shop to get some work done, but I'm here today so that we can get some things finished up for you. Goal today, I'm gonna finish up this head. We're gonna try and get it mounted. We'll see how it goes, but was the task of putting all these back in. So the stems, the valves, the seals, pushing down with the install tool to get this little spring in, to get the retainer in, to get the keepers in. When I took it to the machine shop, I wasn't able to find all the little seats. So down into here, there's these tiny little washers, you can almost say, that sit down at the very bottom that the spring sits down on top of. I have every single one of them except for, I mean, it's not necessarily the last one, but I'm missing one. So luckily I have my old head in the truck, so I'm gonna go out there soon and pop one of those off so that we can get all of this finished up and hopefully put on today, which means next week is when I'm gonna pick up a little surprise. You'll be able to see it. It's not gonna be going on the car anytime soon, but it is something special. So welcome back, missed you all. Let's go ahead and get back to this and have a good Friday. So, all right, back to it. Hi, boogies. You're set up on the table right now, so you might kind of shake around a little bit, but that's okay, because I think you're gonna get it. Just want to let you know I'm proud of you. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. Hope you're all having a great, fantastic day. Be sure to get the one that you love, some flowers or some roses or chocolates, or maybe a nice Cabernet and the season premiere of Yellow Jackets tonight. That's gonna be fun. Probably show you this on the next one, what I'm doing here. So I'm eyeballing putting the stem in right here. So from underneath, I got a little bit of lube on it. And then I'm just eyeballing down and then just putting it in, just because it is kind of annoying to tilt my head around and it's not that effective. It's good. Take, set in, it's on top of our retainer. I wish I had a bigger, if you're watching this and you're to this point, you know what these are, but these basically sit right on top of the spring, right? So, like so. Boop, boop. Tiny little keepers. As you can see, they're, I just had the concave? I don't think it's concave. Either way, you can see though that they're tapered, is the word that I was trying to go for. And these sit right on inside on the top. It's hard to do with my chubby little fingers. But basically, yeah, it sits like so, right? This part is going to sit on the stem or on the valve, right? So this is upside down like this. That goes there. And it pushes it up, pushing it inside this little collar here, allowing you to be able to put the keepers on. That's the hard part. I was getting to be okay with this last night. So what I'm doing is I'm just feeling for where the valve is, because you don't want this to be on your head, because if it gets on your head, right, that machine surface, then you could potentially scratch it, and then it's back off to the machine shop, and you can only remove so much material off of the head until it's gone. So you can kind of see that, how it pushes it down. It pushes it down just enough for you to be able to get that on there. The thing that I seem to find the easiest is this tiny little magnet. This is magnetic, so that way I can get it to sit or put it in position rather of what I want, and then a non-magnetic flathead, so that way I can push it down, like maneuver it with this, hold it down with the non-magnetic one, pull this away so it doesn't come with it, and then repeat the process. There it goes. Okay, so maneuvering around, just pulled it back. That opened up a little bit of gap. It slid in. Now it's the second one that's the difficult one, because that keeper is going to fight its position as you try and get this one into place. There we go. It just kind of popped into place right there. Pull this back ever so gently. Let's secure the other end so that I'm holding it so it doesn't scratch my head. And there we go. There it is. There it is. In. Looks good. All right. Look. Let's see. Let's turn on the camera. Yeah, you can see that. So this is the one that we're going for, right? Right here. Place it. I'm holding it there with my fingers. I can feel where it is, but I'm still gonna look underneath just to be sure. Yep, we're good. And that just kind of locks it into place. There you go, friends. That's the tedious process. That's the too much coffee. That's the tedious process of putting these in. So I just did the intake side. And this is the intake front, and I just sat there and went all the way down the line, right? So that way everything stayed right where it was at its happy little home. Actually, before we continue, my other valve stem seals finally came in. So if y'all remember the trick, valve stem seal, 10 millimeter, sits on there, put it down. You just give it a little push, a little pop in, you'll feel it. But you want to make sure you don't put these in dry either. So we're going to give it a little love, with a little bit of oil. All right, so instead of having you all just sit there and watch this entire process and I have to take like a 30-minute video and make it into like a 10-second section, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop recording for now until we get to the next steps. So we'll see you soon. Didn't mean to drop you. What a lovely day. Look at this. I'm over here working and my two buddies just randomly showed up to say hello to little old me. Definitely not Hayden. So Skylar here needs a strap. But he doesn't know. I was like, whose van is that?
Oh my god. Chainmail?
Yeah, it's chainmail. It's so we're going to be doing the oil pump soon. So we gotta do some cleaning. Scrub-a-dub-a-dub. Yeah. We got my good buddy here. You wanna say hi? Yeah, so what we're gonna do is just gonna clean this up a little bit, and then we're going to get our oil pump here, prime it up with a little bit of oil so that this isn't dry. You never want to go in dry. And then we're gonna, put it on, get some sealant on here, so on and so forth. All right, friends, so I keep saying that, I know, friends. All right, so got my little O-rings installed here, yeah? Looking good, looking nice. Now, I got some oil for priming this pump up, but we gotta do some sealant all the way around here. Next step, I wanted to go through and make sure I had all of my proper bolts, so that way I can slap this thing on after I have the sealant on it, and I won't have to worry about it, because I was thinking about that for a second. I was like, wait a minute, where are all those bolts at? Because if I get all the sealant and everything and I had to slap this on there, then I had to go hunting bolts down, that would be really bad. So we got them all now. They're looking good. Hey, keep your opinion to yourself. All right, I'm gonna clean this up. This is a mess. This is a mess. But
It's a huge mess.
I need to.
You're a
It's huge.
mess.
I know. Look at
Everything's a mess.
Everything's a mess. I got stuff everywhere. It's driving me partially insane how bad it is.
Same. I got half taken apart cars everywhere. Then I got half. I got an Audi drive shaft over here.
Got it.
Damien over there.
Damien's over there. Hey, he's got steering wheels. Anyway, okay. I am going to prime the pump with some oil. I got my little torque wrench set up. Now the 9 bolts that attach here, it recommends, well, the factory setting says that it's, 15 foot-pounds. Our foot-pound torque wrench starts at 20, but we have an inch-pound. Since there's 12 inches to a foot, we're gonna do 12 times 15, which is 180 inches pound torque, or whatever the devil. Makes sense, right? There we go. Okay, I did put oil in here, and then I spun this. You can feel it actually get tighter as oil is in there. So this just to make sure that it's, you know, not going in dry. I got a camera guy, and I'm just gonna be following this around. Yes. I kept saying that too much yesterday. Hey friends. Hey friends.
Starting in the wrong spot.
I want to go this way.
doing?
Ah, okay. Is that too much? Is this too little?
You're not doing it right.
Why am I not doing it right? What do you mean? Oh no! You made me nervous.
Excuse me. That was traumatized. The screen just timed out to do that.
Yeah, does it? You can touch it and it'll come back. Does that look good? You think that's a nice feel?
That looks
Yeah,
beautiful. What are you
that's
talking
okay.
about? Show the camera. Show the
camera.
people behind the camera.
Good.
No, wait, I can't see.
There we go. That's got a nice feel on it. Why'd you do that?
Wiping it off for you.
Now it's gonna break. Recommends. Nobody can see. Here we are right here. All this too, this entire service manual I got from a friend, B Engine. I'll put it in the link again. It's in one of the other videos, but you can download the entire service manual. Gives you everything that you need to do, torque specs, where to put stuff, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, here we go. So we're gonna need to do a little bit of sealant around here. I did get a gasket, but I'm not gonna use the gasket. And then
After we put it in, we're going to torque it down to 53 inch-pounds. So, and it does recommend putting a little bit of grease around here. Another like little tip, like I said, when I took this whole thing apart, one of the things was I took off my rear main and labeled it rear main. So that way I knew where those bolts were. I'm not fishing around. Of course, it is always nice. I do got my box of bolts, which I did actually take one because it has to have 6. For some reason I only had 5, but hey, it works. So, all right, let's go ahead and put some on here and get that installed. Look at it, all nice and pretty. My camera guy left, so what we got to really do real quick is these are hard to get in. Uh-oh. I'm influencing over here. Nice! I know. But yeah, so we got the rear end. Going to keep going. Feel free, come on in. I'll turn this off. So, what's happening here is I am locating all of my oil pan bolts. This is lower oil pan, or lower upper, right? It's, yeah, either way, because there's also the actual pan that sits on top. But I wanted to make sure I had everything because these bolts have been living in a bag for a very long time. So, yeah, going through, make sure everything's there. Everything is looking proper for me to be able to seal this up. So we're gonna take this off, clean up these bolts, and then we're gonna take one last look at the crank and say bye-bye because we're sealing it up. And the baffle goes on, which I'm excited about, which I haven't shown any of you. I'll show you when the baffle's on what it is. What? Hey friend! I had to do that. I had to do it one time. All right. Say goodbye to this portion of the crank because we are getting this going. All right, here's what Toyota recommends. So if you look, here's the outside of the pan, right? Right here. So you're gonna do an inside bead, inside bead, until you get to here, and then outside bead. So right here, outside, outside, and then inside, right here. So we're gonna go outside, and then right after that outside, go inside, and then back to the outside, and then we go right through here, and then it's back to the inside. And then I've located all my bolts, gave them a little bit of a scrub-a-dub, put them in the bath with a little rubber ducky, so those are ready to go in as well. And then once they are in, we're gonna go ahead and torque them up, which installed number 1 oil pan with the 22 bolts, 12 millimeter head, 14 millimeter head, 15 foot-pounds, 30 foot-pans. And then install the oil baffle. Okay, here we go. It is on all the way around. I think it's so.
Hey friend!
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Don't
about.
pierce your belly button.
No, I just do.
Hey friends!
So I wanted to show off my oil pan baffle because we are coming to a close tonight. So this is going to stay on over the weekend, get nice and cleaned up, and then we'll come in and get all this off of there. But this is the piece that I was super excited about. So this is an oil pan baffle. It's not completely set in place right now. It's just mocked up, but it bolts directly in to the pan. And then no more oil starvation. So it has these little doors here. Whoop. But you can think, so like going through a turn, right? The oil is going to try and slosh this way. So it will come in, but it can't leave. Same with the other one. So it will open up, allowing the oil into here, but it won't be able to leave because it won't be able to get through this. same with back and in the front. So I was very excited about this. If you go on to Ninjaku's website, it is the May. There's all sorts of different variations, so just make sure you get front what? Injaku? I'm gonna have to cut all that out. Yeah. Anyway, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say. So it was pretty sweet. Yeah, buy a Baffle. They're super cool, and they'll even send you, for some reason, which I thought was just neat, legit option magazine from them. And their sweaters are $10.
But be careful of the sizing.
Careful of the sizing. I'm 160. I normally wear like a medium for a sweater. I got the medium and it's too small. So sad. So I would go like 2 sizes up just to be sure. Right now, here's where we're at. Again, sorry that we weren't able to get you too much footage this week. It was a weird one, but next week it's right back to it on Monday. That's where you'll get to see the special things that I'm picking it up, not for this motor, but for a future motor. And that's all. So it is Valentine's Day. Love who you're with. Get chocolates and flowers and some Alfredo sauce and watch the premiere of Yellow Jackets. And that's it. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all again for watching. We'll see you next week. Love you all. Bye.